What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Frankie the Yankee show. Um, Yesterday was not a very, very happy day for me. Subway Series started yesterday against the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. And we're gonna touch up on that a little bit. We're gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you some recaps of yesterday's game. I'm going to give you some highlights on tonight's game, game two of the Subway Series, also the last game of the Subway Series for the 2023 MLB season. Also, I'm going to have some updates on the Aaron Judge news. There's been updates from yesterday from Aaron Boone and hopefully Aaron Judge himself. But let's get right into it. Before we do that, I got a Dustin Reeves coming in, aka Stat Guy, saying my guy Frankie the Yankee, aka the Puerto Rican Thunder. Thank you for that love, man. Um, so yeah, game one yesterday, the Subway Series wasn't a good one. A final score of 9-3 with the Mets winning, now upping their record to 47-53 and dropping the Yankees record to 53-48. The winning pitcher yesterday, obviously Justin Verlander, going 6 innings, giving up 2 hits with no earned runs. Got a total of 6 strikeouts and only 4 walks. That improves his record as a starting pitcher with the Mets at 5-5, even 500 for Justin Verlander. And like I said yesterday, um, last night on Unscripted, if you didn't catch it, I said that Justin Verlander, the last 7 games have turned it around, and he looked like the Justin Verlander of last year. And he was an absolute stud last night for the New York Mets, and Domingo Germán for the Yankees. He was a losing pitcher. Dropped his record of 5-7. Also pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, also gave up 6 earned runs, with a total of 9 strikeouts and only giving up 1 walk. I don't know what happened with Domingo Herman. I don't know if his mechanic was off, but giving up 6 earned runs in that game was absolutely terrifying. He gave up 2 home runs to Pete Alonso himself, one of them being a 3-run home run when the Mets got up to being 4-0, and then giving him a solo home run. And when he gave him up that solo home run to Pete Alonso, he actually gave up back-to-back home runs right after that. So it wasn't a good it wasn't a good day and a good night for Domingo Herman. Relief pitchers after Domingo Herman, Nick Ramirez came in, pitched 2 innings. He only gave up 3 hits with no earned runs. He gave up no walks and 2 strikeouts. Um, After his 2 inning pitch, Ron Marinaccio came in. He only pitched point one of an inning to finish that last inning for Nick Ramirez. He gave up 2 hits he gave up also 2 earned runs with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So Nick Ramirez, he came in and he did what he had to do right behind Domingo Herman. But Ron Marinaccio hasn't been the same as the last couple of games. He's been giving up a lot of hits. He's been giving up a lot of runs. He's given up a couple of home runs. So this isn't the Ron Marinaccio that we all expected, and actually how he started this year. The way he started this year was kind of like the way he started last year and ended last year. Was a good pitcher, a good reliever, and he just hasn't been the same the last couple of days. I don't know if his mechanics off as well, but something has to change, and he has to change it now. Um, the last pitcher for the Yankees coming off the bullpen was Albert Abreu. He pitched point 2 innings. He gave up no hits, also gave up no runs, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So you can see there that most of the runs, the hits came from Domingo Herman. And like I said, I don't know if his mechanic was off. I don't know if his pitching style was changed or something like that. But Domingo Herman is not looking like the Domingo Herman from the perfect game against the Oakland A's. And like I said before, that was the Oakland A's. I'm proud that he had the pitching game, the perfect pitching game. We barely, see that in MLB now today, and he was the first Yankee to do it since 1999. Um, but I don't know what the hell is going on with Ron Marinaccio. When we right now the Yankees still currently have the best bullpen right now, but not by that much. I'm pretty sure the I think it was the Cleveland Guardians that are like right there next to the Yankees in best bullpen. But something has to change with Ron Marinaccio. He's not the same as he was as last year or the beginning of this year. Quick talk down the lineup. Jake Bowers, he started off the lineup. He went 0 for 5 with 0 hits, 0 runs, and 0 home runs. He right now is batting at a .21 I apologize. Gleyber Torres went 1 for 4 with 0 RBI, 0 home runs, and zero zero RBIs, zero home runs, and zero runs. But that increases his hitting streak to 14 straight games. I got some comments here. Hold on. Glenn Richardson saying, "What's up? What's going on, Glenn?" I got my boy Pride. Don't worry, Pride. Our time is coming together in a couple more weeks, brother. Make sure to smash that like button. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, Gleyber Torres extended his hitting streak to 14 straight games now. He actually turned it around. This was someone that was actually I was a little scared of because he got hurt with the hip tightness um, on a Sunday's game against the Kansas City Royals, but everything seems to be fine, and he came out and he pitched or he batted yesterday. I apologize. He right now his batting average is at a .264, um, followed by Giancarlo Stanton, who went 0 for 2, got on base twice via walks, but he went 0 for 2 with zero runs. I'm sorry, zero RBIs, zero home runs, and one run. He right now is also batting at a .204, so his batting average went down just a slight bit, not very much. Like I said, though, Giancarlo Stanton is someone when you see his name and you hear his name, he should be someone that's hitting at the high caliber level of like a 240s, 250s, possibly even 260s, because that's Giancarlo Stanton. But then again, this is someone who's been hurt as of recent. I've been like I said, I've been off this Giancarlo Stanton train for at least 3 years now because the man can't stay healthy. But Giancarlo Stanton had a chance last night with the bases loaded, and he hits a bomber to right field, but it just didn't go over the wall, and he got taken out. Anthony Rizzo, man on Sunday who went 4 for 4 against the Kansas City Royals, came out tonight or last night. I apologize, and he went 0 for 5. So that's something that's a little eye catching for me, and I said it on Monday that I wasn't too, excited because it was the Kansas City Royals, and you never know what you're gonna get from the Yankees being what they've been the last couple of games. But Anthony Rizzo going from 4 to 4 to 0 to 5, it's a little eye catching for me. Then again, it's Justin Verlander that was on the mound for the New York Mets. Like I said, he went 0 for 5, zero runs, zero home runs, and zero RBIs. His batting average right now went down from a .252 to a .249. So now he's hitting under 250. DJ LeMahieu went 0 for 2, also got on base twice, walked twice by Justin Verlander. He got zero RBI, zero home runs, and zero runs as well. His batting average is at a .232, so it's slightly getting up there, but it's not moving as much because DJ LeMahieu is not getting as much his as expected. Harrison Bader went 1 for 4 with one RBI, zero home runs, and zero runs. He's actually hitting at a .249 right now, so Harrison Bader is slowly creeping up. He's been getting one hit every other game or so. I need the Harrison Bader that gets at least 2 hits, 3 hits, who can steal bases, who can get RBIs when runners are in scoring position. So Harrison Bader needs to turn it around, and then the Yankees as a whole need to turn it around right now. They need to turn it around really bad. Billy McKinney was in the game earlier. Through the innings, he went 1 for 2 with zero runs, zero home runs, and zero RBIs. He's hitting at a .253. Ended up getting pitch hit for IKF late in the game. IKF went 1 for 1, who also got on base one time with a walk. He got one RBI, zero home runs, and zero runs. He's also hitting at a .254. So IKF is someone that's caught my eye this year. He actually turned it around from last year. Last year, I was ready to move on from him. But since he lost his shortstop position to Anthony Volpe and they put IKF out in the outfield, he did have a couple of hiccups in the outfield early on and before the All-Star break. But I feel like IKF has finally redeemed himself and found his swing and found his fielding. So I'm hoping IKF can keep doing what he's doing. Speaking of Anthony Volpe, he was actually the batter after IKF. He went 1 for 3 with one RBI, one run, and zero home runs. He's hitting at a .210. Another batter who's actually a rookie, and he's actually slowly progressing his batting average to the better rather than the worse. Kyle Higashioka was the catcher. He went 0 for 2 with zero runs, zero RBIs, and zero home runs. He's another person who got on base one time via walk, and he's right now hitting at a .220. And he also got pitched hit later in the game for Ben Rovert, and he went 0 for 1 with zero RBIs, zero home runs, and one run. He's right now hitting at a .182. This is someone we called up from the minor leagues right after the Jose Trevino news that he was out for the remainder of the season due to a surgery that he needs to get on his wrist, and he won't be coming back till next spring. But I like Ben. I feel like having a lefty batter. Apologize, a lefty batter go out there and do what he's got to do. Batting at a .182, like I said, coming up from the minors, I feel like that will change much and then go for the better. Tonight's game against the New York Mets. Like I said, this is the last game of the Subway Series for the 2023 MLB season. For the Mets, you got Jose Catana going on the mound. He's 0 for 1. He's given up 6 hits, 3 walks, zero home runs. His ERA right now is at a 3.60, and his total innings pitched has been just a 5.0. So he's only pitched 5 innings. I don't know if he's been just injured or if he's just been so garbage that the manager for the Mets has been taking him out much. Um, but he is on the mound for the New York Mets tonight. For the Yankees, on the mound is Carlos Rodon. He's right now 0 for 3. He's given up 12 hits, 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's given up 4 home runs in his 3 starts. His ERA right now is at a 7.36. 7.36. This is someone that the Yankees have signed for a 6-year deal, roughly $160 million. And he's right now, his ERA is 7.36 in just 3 starts after being on the IL since April. Um, I don't know if this is just his mechanic, and I don't know if he's still trying to find his rhythm. But Carlos Rodon, we need the Carlos Rodon from last year to start showing up, and you need to start tonight against the New York Mets. He's also pitched 14.2 innings in those 3 starts. So one thing to keep an eye on is the home run counts. Like I said, Jose Catana has not given up a home run. Carlos Rodon has Carlos Rodon has only given up 4 home runs in his 3 starts. And we all know that the Yankee Stadium is an easy place to try and get home runs, especially when you're smashing. So that's something to keep an eye on. Um, team stats. Team stats right now, the batting average for the Mets is a .238. The Yankees are at a .230. The Mets have gotten 447 total runs compared to the Yankees. Excuse me. Theirs is a 443. Total hits for the Mets is a 788 compared to the Yankees 763. Home runs, the Yankees are dominating the Mets on that one. The Mets have 126 total home runs, as the Yankees have 141 total home runs. Their on base percentage. The Mets have a .318 on the on base percentage compared to the Yankees, who can't get hits and can't get on base. Theirs is a .302. Slugging percentage is slightly kind of even. You got the Mets who are at a .402, and the Yankees are at a .406. They're, like I said, the team ERA. The Mets have a 4.39 total team ERA, and the Yankees have a 3.91 total team of an ERA. So it's slightly the same, but not really the same. Both teams are pitching badly. Both teams are actually hitting badly. Both teams aren't getting on bases they wanted to. This is two teams that everybody expected to be different, especially the Mets with how their payroll was this offseason and buying everyone that they got. Total walks on both teams. The Mets have given up 366 walks compared to the Yankees. They only given up 334 walks. And total strikeouts, the Mets only got a total of 859 strikeouts as a team, and the Yankees as a team has 887 strikeouts as a team. So right now tonight, the Yankees are favored to win by 59.5%, and the Mets are favored by 40.5% compared to yesterday, where the Mets were favored over 51% and the Yankees were favored about 46%, I believe. So tonight, a whole different change in the percentage change, and I believe it's because of the pitching, Carlos Rodon and Jose Catana. I will find out more when the lineup comes out and see who's going to be batting for both teams. The Mets, the last 5 games, they're 2-3 compared to the Yankees in their last 5 games, they're 3-2. So these two teams in New York are kind of evenly matched. Um, not in all categories, but also not that far apart from the numbers that I just read to you. Um, well, a quick breakdown though, before I keep going on. Aaron Judge. I want to talk a little bit about Aaron Judge. There's been speculations that Aaron Judge might be sitting out for the rest of the year because he had a torn ligament back in June when we played against the LA Dodgers, and he hurt his toe grabbing an out ball from the fences. He actually broke the fence and he stubbed his toe against the concrete that's over there on right field. Aaron Judge had a torn ligament, but he's actually slowly progressing for the better. He's coming back. Hopefully, news broke out yesterday. Aaron Boone saying that he's currently right now day to day. He was actually at AAA yesterday batting, uh, not live, but it was kind of like simulated batting. So Aaron Judge is slowly coming back, and the news broke out that Aaron Judge might actually be back for this weekend's game against the Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. So he's, if that's true and Aaron Judge just come back this weekend, I don't want it to be like, where Aaron Judge comes and the Yankees are going to be forced to hopefully he hits only home runs so he doesn't have to run much on base. But if Aaron Judge feels comfortable that he's ready to come back, I stand 100% behind Aaron Judge. We do need Aaron Judge right now, but not at the expense of him hurting himself even more and having a longer stance of being on the injury list, not just for the rest of this year, but potentially into next year as well. Because a torn ligament, that's that when you hear something that says it's torn, it kind of means surgery. And I don't want, Aaron Judge to come back and feel like he has to rush himself to help the Yankees get better. So that is breaking news for Aaron Judge, where he is supposedly supposed to come back this weekend against the Baltimore Orioles, and I would love to see it. But then again, like I said, I don't want him to rush. The best thing to do for Aaron Judge is to let him rest, let him get healed 100%. If we don't make the playoffs, we don't make the playoffs, but we keep fighting next man up, and always look for next year. This is a man, like I said, we just signed this offseason to a 9-year deal, so you don't want to just ruin him this early into his major contract that he just signed. Uh, but we do need him, and it's kind of iffy for me. Like I want him on the field, but then again, I don't want him to get hurt. So that's something I'm gonna keep bringing up throughout the week. Hopefully, I get more news on a definite that yes, he's gonna start or yes, he's gonna play. Is it possibly gonna be a DH? Is he possibly gonna be just like a bench player? Um, but he's gonna be taken off the IR soon. Also, not Carlos Rodon, I apologize. Nestor Cortez, he should be coming back soon. And with Nestor Cortez coming back, who will be going down? Will it be Clark Smith or will it be Domingo Herman? After the performance that Domingo Herman had last night, he didn't show Aaron Boone that he should be in this Yankee lineup. Like I said, he's 5-7 right now after last night's loss. He gave up 6 earned runs. Yes, you got 9 strikeouts, but you gave up 7 hits, and on those 7 hits, you gave up 6 home runs, and you gave up at least 3 home runs by himself, two to Pete Alonso, and on one of those home runs, they were back to back. So Domingo Herman is not winning himself a position player as a pitcher for the Yankees. So he might either go to the bullpen or he might go down to the minors when Nestor Cortez come back. Another person that's on his way back is Willie Calhoun. He's been the guy that DH for us as Giancarlo Stanton has taken over right field for Aaron Judge. He's going to be coming back soon. He's also a AAA batting and hopefully coming back within the next couple of days, hopefully by the Baltimore Orioles series. But with him coming back, someone else has to go down. And I don't know who that's going to be in the lineup. I think it's probably going to be Greg Allen or Jake Bowers or even Billy McKinney. So out of those three, one of them has to go down when Willie Calhoun comes back. And then Aaron Judge, when Aaron Judge comes back, most definitely as the same three names that I just said: Jake Bowers, Billy McKinney, and Greg Allen. One of those three, two of those three, is gonna have to go down to the minors when those two people come back. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about it. Uh, I'm gonna be talking about it every day throughout this week. I apologize for that technical difficulty. And yeah, I'll give you guys more updated news on Aaron Judge, hopefully starting on this weekend for the Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles. And catch me tomorrow, same time, 12:30 Eastern to 1 p.m., where I'll give you the rundown on the final game of the Subway Series. And yeah, the final rundown of the Subway Series for the 2023 MLB season. Who's going to be your winner? Who's going to be your losers? Like I said, the Yankees are favored right now, 59.5% chance to win compared to the Mets. They only had a 40.5% chance to win. And I'll give you the guys' stats tomorrow before we head over to Baltimore for this weekend series against our division rivals and the division leaders in the AL East, the Baltimore Orioles. A lot of tough games coming up after that. Right after the Baltimore Orioles game, we have a dance with the Tampa Bay Rays, and then after the Tampa Bay Rays, I have a 4-game set with the Houston Astros. So best to believe next week I will be having Jay McLovin back on my show to talk some Houston Astros versus New York Yankees. Um, that's a 4-game series that's starting next Thursday. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the shares, the loves, the comments, the likes, and I couldn't appreciate you guys more. But please tune back in tomorrow for the 4th episode of Frankie the Yankee show, where I'll be discussing the final game of the Subway Series between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. Once again, on the mound tonight for the New York Mets, Jose Quintana, and for the New York Yankees, Carlos Rodon. Both of them looking for their first win as a starting pitcher for both sides of their team. Jose Quintana, 6 hits, 3 walks, 0 home runs, ERA 3.60, 5 innings pitched total. Carlos Rodon, ERA 7.36, 14.2 innings pitched, 12 hits, 11 walks, or 11 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 4 home runs. So with that being said, I'm your boy Frankie the Yankee, and I am signing off with the final word saying, "Let's go Yankees."